Hello, this is Emma from Meeples Over Peoples, a solo gaming channel. Today I will be playing a button shy game called Tides by Mike Berg. I find this game to be really relaxing and enjoyable, and I tried to edit this video so it would hopefully complement that feeling. Traditionally, button shy games come with a deck of 18 cards, but today I will be playing with the Fun in the Sun expansion. This was also developed by Mike Berg. This expansion adds 3 additional cards that, if picked up, gives the player the opportunity to use some neat special abilities. In this playthrough alone, I get to utilize the Pale card twice. I am not going to try to get too carried away with explaining the rules of this game. If you're looking for a rule video, please check out the How to Play video Mike Berg created. I will put the link in the description. I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope that if you do, you'll consider liking it and subscribing to the channel. Okay, let's get started. Alright, the game is going to begin by selecting 2 craft cards. The first player gets to select 2 craft cards and decide which one they want to keep between the 2. Usually this decision is based on what's available in the tide, or what, for me, I tend to choose the card with the highest points available. You discard the card you're not going to take. Then you begin your first low tide turn. In the low tide turn, you need to select 2 cards for yourself, one at a time though, and the AI also gets a card, or 2 cards. So I selected the picture frame, gave the wind chime to the AI. Decided to select the wrap stone for myself and the shovel for the AI. Now with the low tide phase complete, it will flip into a high tide phase. In a solo game, we get 4 more cards on the high tide side. I decided to take the Pale card, which is part of the Fun in the Sun expansion. I also decide that the cards aren't properly on the screen and decide to rearrange some items. This happens quite frequently during this video. The AI is always going to take a card during the high tide phase and discard the one on the left. They don't use those cards for scoring, but they have a solo scoring card that's in the top right hand corner that counts for their score. They just got 10 points. Now it is time for the low tide. I decided to take the shark tooth for myself. The AI is always going to take the left card in the tide. Pick up the glass art. And the shell hanging goes to the AI. Now it's time for another high tide. It's my turn to go, but I already have 6 cards, so I cannot pick up another one. I decide I'm going to use this Pale card here as my turn. Again, this is one of the special abilities. It's part of the expansion pack. I get to discard this card, take a card from the row, and take an additional turn. So I discard the card. I pick a card from the road. Well, the tide / row. Pick up the shadow box. And then I still get an additional turn, which is untraditional for high tide, but I'm going to cash in on the shadow box, or create it. 16 points for me. Now the AI is going to take their turn. Again, they discard the card farthest on the left. And then we're going to calculate the scoring for their solo score. Another 8 points for the AI. Now we're going to flip back into a low tide. I need to pick up 2 more cards for myself. First one for myself, then one for the AI, then one for myself. Looks like I'm deciding between the 2. Alright, I decide on the glass jar, and the AI gets the candle holder. We're gonna flip back into another high tide. We ran out of cards, so we have to shuffle our discard pile and add it back to be a draw pile. It's high tide again, so I have to pick a card for myself. I decide to pick up the shadow box again. I love the shark tooth cards. AI is going to discard the farthest left card, and then again we're going to count up their 2 low tide cards for their solo scoring. 22 points for them now. Another new low tide here. I go to pick up a card for myself. I have 6 cards, so I can't really keep it, so I have to discard a card if I want to keep that new card. Draw for the AI. Need to draw again for myself. Again, I have 6 cards, so if I want to keep it, I have to discard a card. And then the AI ends up with the necklace. That's the end of low tide. High tide's coming again. I already have 6 cards, so I can't pick up any more cards. So here I'm gonna trying to decide what I need to do. I decide to pass my turn. I like all my cards, so now I pick up for the AI, farthest one on the left, and discard it, and now we will calculate the scoring for the AI again at the end of the high tide round. Alright, now we're in the low tide. I still have 6 cards, so I can't pick up anything. Instead, I am actually going to cash in or craft an item during the low tide, which is worth less points, but is a way to be able to fulfill your cards. So I only get 10 points since that is in the low tide. Now I am tied with the AI. We each have to pick up our 2 low tide cards. I used my turn cashing in, so I picked up a card for the AI, and I used my second action as picking up a card, and then picked up an additional card for the AI. That puts us into low tide, or high tide. Again, we run out of cards. Shuffle, shuffle. I get the opportunity to pick up a card. I'm going to pick up the pail again. It worked for me pretty well the first time. Now I'm going to pick up for the AI, again discarding the farthest left card in the deck. Now I'm going to go through and do the scoring for the AI. $34 points for the AI. Flipping into another low tide. I only have 4 cards, so I can pick up 2 more cards here. Decided on the driftwood planter for myself. Drew for the AI. And decide on a second card to pick up for myself. Decide on shell art and pick a second card for the AI. Now we're going to flip into a high tide again. I have 6 cards, so I can't pick up any additional cards, so I am going to try to cash in or craft an item here, the high tide. Or maybe not. Thinking about the best way to make this move. I decide to use the extra or the pale card again. This is going to give me an extra turn in the high tide phase. Normally only get 1 turn, but the pale allows me to take an additional turn after I draw a card from the tide. So now I'm using that second action in the high tide to get rid of my shadow box, which again was only able to do with the pale card. But that was enough to increase my score to 42. Now we need to discard the farthest left card for the AI and calculate their solo score, or their score against the solo scoring card. 38 points for them. Flip into another low tide. I need to pick up 2 more cards. Trying to make the beach wreath there, so I pick up an additional sand dollar to complete that, issue 1 card to the AI, and then pick up some more sea glass and give the last card to the AI. When selecting cards for the AI, it is kind of important to make sure that you're going to see how much they're scoring. Pick items that aren't going to be high scoring items for them. I am able to do that because I'm playing in easy. If I play in the hard mode, then the AI is supposed to pick up the highest value card, so I think that would turn out a little bit different, or be even more important. I set up low tide cards, but I realized that we already have all the low tide cards and it's really a high tide, so I flip all the cards back over to high tide. It's kind of like a big wave that comes in and sweeps out low tide and brings back high tide. I have the option to pick up an additional card or cash in based on what I have already in my hand. Looks like I do have enough to meet the beach wreath requirements. Alright, I look at my hand and I realize that I have enough to make the beach wreath. So I will be crafting that item, which is going to increase my score by 17 points. And I win the game.
Oh yeah, I'm a winner.